Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Thank you for being here. Sergeant Major Lister, our 12th Regimental Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major, thank you for being here today. I want to take a few minutes to tell you who Sergeant Eric L. Coggins was and why we've named this award after this outstanding young non-commissioned officer. Eric Coggins was born in May 1973 in Shelby, North Carolina. And after graduating from high school in 1991, he enlisted in the Army and volunteered for airborne training. After his initial tour as an airborne soldier at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, he volunteered for an assignment to Korea. His exceptional skills as a legal specialist and a leader resulted in his selection, while still in the grade of specialist, to be the NCOIC of the 1st Brigade Legal Center, 2nd Infantry Division, Camp Casey, Korea. One of his supervisors stated that he was the sharpest young soldier in all of the legal office for 2nd Infantry Division, the best in all of 9 separate legal offices. After his tour in Korea, he volunteered for an assignment to Kuwait. Upon arrival, he became the NCOIC of the Camp Doha office, replacing a hard-charging promotable staff sergeant. Sergeant Coggins excelled as a soldier and ran a superb frontier legal office under difficult conditions. Now, you should notice a pattern in all of his performance in all of this. Volunteer for the toughest jobs you can find, go where the Army and the JAG Corps need you, and do the best job you can do. His OIC at Camp Doha recalls, I told him we had a simple division of labor. I practiced law, and he was responsible for everything else. Literally overnight, he completely rearranged the office, the files, and the library. He signed out a pager so he would be available 24 hours a day, even though his OIC's quarters were only 50 yards away from him. Running one of the top offices, to include, he ran all of the investigations and adjudications of claims. He also registered for as many college courses and JAG Corps correspondence he was allowed to do. In an environment like Kuwait, people get to know each other much better and faster than in any other environment. Pretenses and personal defects are quickly revealed. Similar, a soldier's worth to a group is quickly and accurately assessed. The esteem that the rest of the soldiers, both officers and enlisted, had for Sergeant Coggins was best exemplified in the way he was accepted into the Ready Tank Force. This was a group of about 20 soldiers, only 5 whom had any previous armored tank experience. There were always dozens of volunteers for just a few space. The commander, who was a tank captain, selected people based on recommendations from others in the force. Sergeant Coggins was a unanimous choice. He was incensed. He was drafted into this prestigious unit. When Iraq threatened Kuwait, Sergeant Coggins was amongst the first to volunteer to be trained on the squad automatic weapon and served as a machine gunner on the camp perimeter. When the threat increased, Sergeant Coggins' proficiency in the Ready Tank Force led to his selection as a gunner on the commander's tank. Eric Coggins wasn't a Superman, even though this description may sound like it. What made Sergeant Coggins so outstanding was his energy and his commitment to the United States Army and to the Judge Advocate General's Corps and to his soldiers. He had an outstanding work ethic and an amazing positive attitude. In the fall of 1996, Sergeant Coggins was diagnosed with cancer and medically evacuated to Walter Reed Medical Center for treatment. One of Sergeant Coggins' most admirable qualities was his ability to make everyone feel better about themselves. At Walter Reed, he was still this way, even though he was fighting a heroic battle with cancer and his body was overcome with disease. While at Walter Reed, Sergeant Coggins was awarded the Legion of Merit, an award that we know is rarely presented to anyone below the rank of colonel. When asked at the ceremony if there was anything else that we could do for him, Sergeant Coggins said, I wish I could wear my uniform one more time and soldier. Sergeant Coggins died 21 November 1996. He was 23 years old and had just over 5 years of active duty. Sergeant Coggins wore that uniform one last time. Through this award, his name, his standard of excellence still motivates soldiers and NCOs today. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us for today's ceremony on stage is Eric Coggins' mom, Ms. Janice Wall. Ms. Wall, when this award started, you never realized that today you would have 21 additional children. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me thank you, Ms. Wall, for her support to her son, the JAG Corps, and for her endless support to the ceremony over the years with a round of applause. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the Judge Advocate General, Lieutenant General Charles Peedy, who will recognize the 21st recipient of this distinguished award. Sir?
Thank you, everyone, and thanks to all those who are out there watching this live streaming. There's a lot of reasons why we're doing this today. We've never had the privilege of celebrating the life of Sergeant Coggins at what is the largest gathering of our profession in our Corps. And at this worldwide conference, General Wish and I asked the Sergeant Major if we could celebrate the legacy of Sergeant Coggins by holding this ceremony with you, the leadership of our Corps. I suspect we also have our non-commissioned officer academy in the back, and the Sergeant Major graciously agreed along with the NCO Corps. I wanted everyone here to know that. I want everyone out there to know that, who's watching the stream as well, because it's important for all of us as senior leaders in the greatest law firm in the world to understand the fiber, the virtues, the professionalism of our non-commissioned officer Corps. Sergeant Ramos is a perfect example of that. The person sitting to Sergeant Ramos's right is also a recipient of the Coggins Award. What a surprise, our regimental sergeant so many years ago. And Ms. Wall does have 21 children from this award. But it's important to spread in the widest possible way the excellence of our non-commissioned officer Corps. And every few years, we'll ask the Sergeant Major to do this, because for this leadership to see it is, again, just an inspiring offering to all of us and a reminder to all of us about the goodness of Sergeant Coggins in our NCO Corps. Sergeant Major has eloquently described and laid out the characteristics of Sergeant Coggins. He embodied our pursuit of expertise and our commitment to excellence that we look for in our Corps, especially in our non-commissioned officers. This is one of my favorite events of the year, taking time to remember not only Sergeant Coggins by honoring that young leader, but also recognizing that excellence in another NCO. It's an inspiration, I think, for all of us. And now I have the pleasure of highlighting this year's winner, Staff Sergeant Nathan Ramos. Staff Sergeant Ramos did not begin his Army career in the JAG Corps. He was a cannon crew member before becoming a paralegal. He was a cannon crew member. As a cannon crew member, I'm sure he was awesome. But it was to our great good fortune that he transferred into the JAG Corps, and we are all the better for it. Since 2015, Staff Sergeant Ramos has won numerous awards and accolades. He has been named the 8th TSC Paralegal of the Year, the USERPAC Paralegal NCO of the Year, the 1st Cav Division Paralegal NCO of the Year, and the 3 Corps and Fort Hood Paralegal NCO of the Year. There is a pattern there, as you can see, pattern of absolute unwavering excellence. And Sergeant Ramos has committed himself to being the very best soldier, paralegal, and NCO that he can be. It's because he is indeed a great NCO, he's also committed himself to making those around him the best that they can be. For example, he's voluntarily created a USERPAC Air Assault Training Program. That is the true spirit of Sergeant Coggins, being committed to getting it right each and every time and leading, training, and mentoring others to do the same. Sergeant Ramos is a leader both within his office and within his community, coaching youth baseball and volunteering to feed the homeless in his area. He truly embodies the meaning of this award. In his service and dedication, pay tribute to Sergeant Coggins' legacy. It's my honor, great honor, to announce the 2019 Sergeant Eric L. Coggins Award for Excellence, and that is Staff Sergeant Ramos. Sergeant Ramos.
Ladies and gentlemen, for his compliment, Staff Sergeant Ramos will now be awarded the Army Commendation Medal by Lieutenant General Petey and Ms. Raw. Attention to orders. The Army Commendation Medal is awarded to Staff Sergeant Nathan Ramos for exceptional and meritorious achievement as a paralegal non-commissioned officer in the Army Judge Advocate General's Corps. Sergeant Ramos has embodied the Army Judge Advocate General Corps' values by displaying attributes that placed him ahead of his contemporaries in meeting the highest standards of professionalism, moral conduct, and integrity in the performance of his duties. As a result of his extreme dedication to duty, exceptional performance, and selfless service, Staff Sergeant Ramos was recognized as the 2019 Sergeant Eric L. Coggins Award of Excellence winner. His professionalism reflects great credit upon himself, the Judge Advocate General's Corps, and the United States Army. Signed, Lieutenant General Charles N. Petey, the Judge Advocate General. Lieutenant General Petey and Command Sergeant Major Retired Pat Lister, who is the President of the Judge Advocate General's Association of Legal Professionals, will now present Staff Sergeant Ramos with the Sergeant Eric L. Coggins Award of Excellence Non-Commissioned Officer Sword and Stand on behalf of the Association.
Leadership of our regiment and our entire regiment, we've got a regimental point, Sergeant Ramos, and we are proud to offer you this regimental point.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2019 Sergeant Eric L. Coggins Award of Excellence recipient, Staff Sergeant Nathan Ramos.
Good afternoon, all. I wasn't nervous till I got up here, and I'm just saying that so I can try to maintain my composure. Lieutenant General Petey, Command Sergeant Major Martinez, Miss Warren, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm extremely honored to be standing here before you today to receive this award. Makes it even more better that my wife of 19 years, my beautiful bride, is here to enjoy this day with me. Truly couldn't have done it without her. I must begin by saying thank you to God, because with Him all things are possible. I was sitting in the same auditorium in 2015 when Sergeant Hancock received this award. I've been a paralegal for a short time at this point and thought how awesome it would be to be recognized in such a manner. I was certainly learning more about who Sergeant Eric Coggins was and what it meant to receive this award. Here I stand, 4 short years later, being recognized for achievements I never had any intent on being recognized for. Everything I've accomplished was in the name of bettering someone else. Everything I have done was in the name of showing soldiers that it's okay to step outside of the comfort zone and do things which others write off as too difficult or uncomfortable. Everything I have done is to show my kids that it's acceptable to go against the grain. You win some and you lose some, but either way you're strengthened. Being a stellar soldier and paralegal is what Sergeant Coggins did. One quote that we have heard from him, "I only wish that I could put on my uniform and soldier one more time." Despite the circumstances, he didn't let it define him. He fought on. That is who Sergeant Eric Coggins was. As I sat and thought about what to say today, I discovered I've done many of the same things which Sergeant Coggins would have done. I even found some of the things as I listened to his bio that I let Miss Warren know I had no idea. I did that as soon as I got to Fort Hood. He never quit. He did everything without needing recognition, but rather to enable someone else to succeed. He always sought out opportunities to do things that no one wanted to do. He found ways to break the molds. He took the hard assignments. He attended the difficult schools. He was given the room to display his potential, and he ran with it. There's potential in every single one of us, but how big we can get depends on the fishbowl that we're in. So leaders, give your soldiers a big aquarium. Allow them room to grow. I came in the Army in 2010 as a 13 Bravo Cannon crew member. I loved what I did, but God had different plans. I re-enlisted and had a school date set for September 2012, it was 2 years down the line, to go back to AIT in order to become a paralegal. As I was waiting to start school, I was moved from the gun line to Battalion S1. There was a brand new POC who was working outside of his MLS in the S1. Many of you have heard his bio. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Much like him, I didn't know what I was doing, but I had to learn fast. The 42 Alphas were getting out of the Army or PCS, and so I was put into a leadership position, the S1. At one point, I had up to 5 soldiers underneath me as a brand new specialist. The only 42 Alpha in that shop was my NCO. I fought for everything. I was handed nothing. There have been some amazing soldiers who have been recognized with this distinguished award. I'm more than positive that the soldiers nominated this year deserved it just the same. I say all of this to say how honored I am to be among the ranks of those who have been awarded before me. All soldiers are entitled to outstanding leadership. I will provide that leadership. I know my soldiers, and I will always place their needs above my own. Officers in my unit will have maximum time to accomplish their duties. They will not have to accomplish mine. I will earn their respect and confidence as well as that of my soldiers. I can do all things. Nothing is impossible. Work as if working for the Lord and be a representative of Him in all things. Whoever wants to be first must first be a servant. These are the key things which have guided me into who I am today. I'm proud to be an NCO. I take the creed of a non-commissioned officer seriously. I just strive to put every single one of those words into action. Coupling this with my religious beliefs has enabled me to overcome every situation. I'm not perfect. Everyone here and everyone live streaming can see me as a great accomplishment, but there's only a handful who know what I've done to get here. Only a handful know the struggle that it took. I faced adversity. I stood in front of seemingly impossible situations. I refused to allow these adversities and obstacles to define me. I refuse to allow these things to define what I'm capable of. I have allowed my actions to show rather than my words. I'm not one to brag on myself or to even explain myself. Instead, I will allow my work to show for itself. In closing, I cannot accept this award on my own. I am only able to accept this award because of God. A praying wife, supportive children, amazing leaders who believed in me, soldiers who trusted me, and mentors who pushed me. Ladies and gentlemen, take this for yourself, or at least take it for your soldiers. Don't let failure dictate who you are or what you're capable of. Seek a mentor, be a mentor. And finally, find the potential in your soldiers and push them to greatness. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us to recognize a very well-deserving non-commissioned officer and for helping us to celebrate Sergeant Coggins' enduring legacy. Please rise as Commensurate Major Martinez escorts Mrs. Wall and Staff Sergeant Ramos off the stage. We are going to take a brief break in place, ladies and gentlemen, while we set up for the regimental award.